Everything I do or consume is fairly consistent, so when I realised that I'd managed to boost my testosterone levels naturally by over 35% in a little over 6 months, I could easily deduce what changes caused this effect. In April 2020, I first checked my testosterone levels using a Medichecks at-home testosterone blood test, not for any other reason than curiosity and a desire to build more muscle mass. I had no symptoms of low testosterone. The result came back with a reading of 13.9 nanomoles per litre. You can see it here. Now, the normal range for testosterone is between 8.64 and 29 nanomoles per litre. So whilst my 13.9 reading still sat comfortably within the normal range, for me it felt like it wasn't optimal. The reading was in the lower quarter of the normal range. Plus, guidance from the British Society for Sexual Medicine suggests that a reading below 12 nanomoles per litre could be considered low, therefore raising the minimum bar and pushing me even closer to the low end of a normal range. A little later in July 2020, I had another testosterone reading, this time as part of Medichecks Wellman Ultravit blood test. I'd done nothing to remedy the low end reading I'd received 3 months prior, so I was interested to see what reading it returned this time. It came back with a reading of 13.3 nanomoles per litre this time, a little more than half a nanomole lower than 3 months earlier. Here it is. So not a huge shift, and there's so many variables that can affect your testosterone levels. I wasn't too concerned with the slight dip. I was, however, confident now with 2 readings that this was my natural level of testosterone and where it sits most of the time, probably between 13 to 14 nanomoles per litre. Though it's not officially low, I wasn't completely satisfied with this, and I made 4 significant changes to my supplement regime that led to the natural increase in testosterone that I'm about to show you. I increased my vitamin D, I increased my magnesium, and I introduced zinc and quercetin. Originally, when I received the lower end readings, I was supplementing with 3,000 IUs of vitamin D daily and a little over 1,325 milligrams of Magnesium Bisglycinate daily, which delivers around 150 milligrams of elemental magnesium, and no zinc or quercetin at all. On my magnesium and vitamin D readings from my Wellman Ultravit blood test, I could see that I was in the lower 50% of the normal range for these two. So I had room to improve without causing any harm. I doubled my vitamin D intake to 6,000 IU daily. And by the way, I use a sublingual vitamin D spray from Better You, the 3,000 IU version, and just spray it twice. And I also doubled my magnesium bisglycinate intake to around 3,437 milligrams daily, delivering almost 380 milligrams of elemental magnesium. The zinc supplement that I added was a 22 milligram Zinc Picolinate, and that's 22 milligrams of elemental zinc, not zinc compound. And then the quercetin was a Quercetin Complex consisting of 300 milligrams of quercetin, 80 milligrams of bromelain, 60 milligrams of vitamin C, and 5 milligrams of vitamin B5. Quercetin is well documented as a facilitator of improved zinc absorption and transportation in the body. So I took this to basically enhance the impact that the zinc had, but it's ultimately an antioxidant, so carries a wealth of benefits in its own right. The reason I went with the Quercetin Complex rather than quercetin on its own is because it has very low bioavailability. So the presence of bromelain, a digestive enzyme, helps with the absorption of quercetin. The vitamin C helps to maintain the stability and efficacy of quercetin prior to consumption by protecting it from oxidative stress. Studies in 1997 and 2003 showed that vitamin C protects quercetin against oxidative degradation. Literally nothing else changed. I continued to exercise 5 times a week. All my other supplements remained the same. Lifestyle and environmental factors didn't alter much, and my sleep patterns remained consistent. In March 2021, I took another Medichecks testosterone blood test, and here's the result. I'd managed to increase my testosterone by almost 5 nanomoles per litre since the prior most recent reading. It might not sound like much, but this represents a 35% increase in just over 6 months. This takes me right smack bang in the middle of the normal testosterone range. All natural and all from increasing and introducing just 4 natural food supplements. Medichecks themselves advise that for men, it's much more common to have borderline or low testosterone than to have naturally elevated testosterone. It's due to modern lifestyle factors and the stresses we all face. So to produce a lift in testosterone this significant, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I think it's incredible. So there you go. I know this is purely anecdotal. It's based solely on my personal experience, and with so many other variables when it comes to human health and hormones, I can't say with 100% certainty that it was these 4 supplements that caused the lift. But nothing else changed significantly, just these 4 things. So I know people struggle with their testosterone levels and want to try to increase it for one reason or another, and don't want to revert to unnatural methods to do so. So I figured sharing my personal experience might just help some of you too. I hope it helps. If you want any more information on the specific 4 supplements that I increased and introduced, take a look at the description of the video below, where you'll find links to each of the 4 supplements I've spoken about in this video. Please go ahead and subscribe by clicking the button below this video, and when you do, remember to also hit the bell symbol afterwards so you receive notifications for new health and wellness videos that we post. Best of luck and thanks for watching.